Tyrone Bowman Live. Welcome to the program on tonight. Tonight, I'm going to be talking about the former megachurch pastor out of Texas, Robert Morris. He has been indicted by a Texas grand jury. So let's start talking about this article on tonight. It was written by Nolan Clay, Jonathan Lamehouse, and James Powell for USA Today Network. So let me get my lighting here together, and I'm going to get down to the essence of this story. For those of you who have subscribed to Tyrone Bowman Live, thank you for your subscriptions, and we're on the road to getting 2,000 subscribers. Okay, an Oklahoma grand jury indicted Texas megachurch founder and former spiritual advisor to President Donald Trump, Robert Morris, on 5 felony counts of lewd or indecent acts to a child on Wednesday. The charges against Morris, who is 63, stem from alleged acts involving a 12-year-old girl that took place over 4 years, starting in 1982. The Oklahoma Attorney General's office said in a statement on Wednesday. And Morris, he was the founder of the Gateway Church. He resigned after a woman accused him of sexually assaulting her beginning when she was just 12 years old, according to Fox 4 News. There can be no tolerance for those who sexually prey on children, quote, close quote. Oklahoma Attorney General Gentner Drummond said in a statement, "This case is all the more despicable because the alleged perpetrator was a pastor who exploited his position," close quote. In June, Morris resigned from Gateway Church, which he founded in the Dallas suburb of South Lake. The church removed several of its elders following a law firm's independent investigation into the alleged allegations in November. Almost after 43 years, the law has finally caught up with Robert Morris for the horrific crimes he committed against me as a child, said Cindy Clemshire. Morris's accuser said in a statement to the Oklahoman, a part of the USA Today network, after the indictment was made public. And here is a photo of the former mega pastor Robert Morris, who has been indicted by a Texas grand jury. USA Today reached out to Morris's attorney, Mac Martin, for comment and did not immediately receive a response. Martin declined to comment to the Oklahoman. So, Morris was the former presidential spiritual advisor, and he was accused of having an inappropriate relationship. That's Morris. Morris admitted to wrongdoing after Clemshire spoke out by name to the Wartburg Watch, a blog about sexual abuse. Within the church, in a statement to WFAA-TV last year, Morris said he was involved in his early 20s in, quote, inappropriate sexual behavior with a young woman in a home where I was staying, end quote. It was kissing and petting and not intercourse, but it was wrong, Morris said. This behavior happened on several occasions over the next 5 years. Since that time, I have walked in purity and accountability in this area, quote, close quote, Morris said. USA Today does not typically name victims of sexual abuse, but Clemshire previously told USA Today that it was important to her to share her story. Clemshire said in the blog post that she and her family met Morris at a youth revival in Tulsa, Oklahoma. When he was 20 years old and she was 11, Morris was a traveling evangelist with his wife, Debbie. Morris would preach at Clemshire's church on Sundays, and sometimes he, Debbie, and their son would stay at her family's home. She viewed him as safe and friendly, she said. Things changed on Christmas in 1982, when Morris asked a 12-year-old Clemshire to visit him in his room that night. And she thought nothing of it, she said in the post. Once in his room, she said he sexually abused her and warned her, quote, never tell anyone about this because it will ruin everything, close quote. She said the abuse continued in Oklahoma and Texas until 1987. Gateway Church said it was cooperating with the criminal investigation when it announced the removal of its elders. Trier Wilbanks, an elder at Gateway Church, said at the time that neither the church nor its current leadership are subject to the investigation. Clement Shire told USA Today that she decided to come forward publicly to encourage others who may be victims to tell their stories. Any and all victims come forward. I just don't believe that I'm the only person, Clement Shire said. The Attorney General's office said that the statute of limitations was not applicable to Morris's charges, as he was not a resident of Oklahoma. The state's multi-county grand jury returned the indictment Wednesday after hearing 2 days of testimony and secret sessions, the Oklahomian reported. The indictment will be filed for prosecution in Osage County District Court. Morris is expected to turn himself in 3 weeks. If convicted, he faces up to 100 years in prison for all 5 accounts. Morris was on Trump's spiritual advisory board during the 2016 campaign and during the first term of his presidency. He did not have a role in the 2024 re-election effort, Trump's campaign said last year. Morris had a television program that aired in over 190 countries, and his radio program aired in more than 6,800 cities, according to his biography on the Gateway Church website. His YouTube page, which is no longer online, had 80,000 subscribers and included videos with titles like Freedom Through Forgiveness and Did You Know You're Made Perfect by God's Grace. I will keep you updated on this story as I continue to investigate and research and bring only the facts before this camera. Never surrender, never quit.